party people, we got a name for the new Unmatched Adventures game, Tales to Amaze. What's happening, party people? Welcome to Punchboard Party. My name is Daniel, and you'll see Father Greg in just a bit because we recorded a video, Father Greg and I, for Unmatched Adventures. We were speculating about what it was, what could possibly be, what the monsters were that you might be fighting. And now, editing version of myself found out more about the game, so I'm going to insert the old dialogue between Father Greg and I into this video. But what we know right now is that we have Unmatched Adventures, Tales to Amaze. This is indeed an old-timey Pulp Fiction themed Unmatched set where the big draw is that there are two big bad villains for you to combine heroes against with friends to put them up against these bad guys in a cooperative, potentially /solo mode of Unmatched. And the really cool thing is that you will be able to integrate all the other Unmatched characters into your play. So if you want to take Bruce Lee up against the Mothman, you want to take Bigfoot up against the Martian invaders, you can do that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut to Father Greg and I speculating about this game so that you can see all the stuff that we got right and or wrong, and then we'll give you a few more details about which characters you can play in the game, what the villains are like, and if the villains are playable. Over the course of the previous week here, we've gotten a few little trailer drops on Twitter from Restoration Games, where there's kind of this crackling radio, and there's kind of this old-timey announcer voice coming over the radio, and there's a monster looming. There's some sort of creature, and it gets described a bit, and then there's like, oh no, it's coming, and then like cuts out.
It is large as a mountain, and it glistens like wet leather. But that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it.
And then a little title screen comes saying, coming March 2023 to Kickstarter, Unmatched Adventures. So this is really good news, I think, for you, because you love Unmatched.
I do.
And you have quite a few sets here.
Yeah.
But you're also an avid solo player.
Is this a solo Unmatched?
Well, this is the theory.
Wow.
This is the theory.
Okay.
We don't know anything.
Right.
That's usual for us.
So let's not hypothesize this might be a solo expansion.
but what we do here is we speculate. And what Board Game Geek is speculating is this going to be kind of a PvE, right? Where, like Dice Throne Adventures, where you take characters that you've already used in Dice Throne, and instead of the PvP dimension, you then take these characters and you play against the game in some way, shape, or form, in a cooperative way. And so people are imagining, well, they're using the adventures kind of tag. Does that indicate to us that this is going to be that sort of a thing where you play against the board or against the game? And so I think that that's a valid hypothesis to have. And if that is the case...
Sure, those are two entirely different companies, but sure. Yeah, why not assume that Adventures means a solo campaign-style game? Yeah, why not?
But then that would mean that you could play that campaign solo if this is the case. So it's quite exciting. And so, but what a lot of the buzz and chatter is about too is about what are these creatures, right? So what are the new sets? Because theoretically we'll get new sets and cards to play with. Or if it is something we're playing against, what are we playing against? And so we're squarely set in sort of a 1950s sort of what I would call like the bug monster horror genre.
Right.
Where you got like a giant praying mantis. Or I'm not saying that these aren't the images we've seen, but it does look like the description sounds like a giant praying mantis.
Okay.
Or I would also hazard to think Cthulhu. So the first trailer, here's the thing. It has red glowing eyes.
Okay.
It has a mountainous figure with wet leathery skin.
Okay.
A V-shaped mouth with kind of formless lips that like reverberates. And so it kind of like the V-shaped kind of gets a praying mantis mouth. Right. So maybe that. But just the mountainous form, the wet, leathery skin, that's very akin to Cthulhu's description in the novels of H.P. Lovecraft, right? So I'm kind of going Cthulhu. Father Greg, you don't think that this is Cthulhu?
Well, I'm not saying I don't think it's Cthulhu. I just think it's a bad idea for them to go Cthulhu.
Okay.
I think that, like, recently they went into Marvel. That was, like, their most recent kind of adventure. And that's the only ones that, like, I haven't bought. Not because I don't like Marvel. I really do like Marvel. But, well, kind of like, at least the original, like, magic of Unmatched was that they were really weird IPs. Like, they weren't, like, common things that, like, every other board game has. Like, which board game has the IP of Red Riding Hood and Beowulf and like the Invisible Man and like Jekyll and Hyde, I guess, is a little bit more common, but like Bloody Mary and Sun Tzu and like all these weird like all these kind of like just kind of really like either literary IPs. Like Cthulhu would fit in that genre. It's like a literary figure. So maybe
I think Cthulhu fits with your Sherlock Holmes. He fits. I mean, if Bruce Lee can be an Unmatched, Cthulhu can be an Unmatched.
What have you seen a board game about Bruce Lee recently?
It is unique, right, for sure. So, party people, this is a nice little kind of thing. We'll know a lot more by the end of March here, when I am holding a new, beautiful baby girl and doing a new segment about what Unmatched Adventures actually is.
Wow, we're going to know what it is in March? Okay.
Yeah, it'll come to Kickstarter March 23rd, it says.
Okay.
All right, party people, so there you have it. That was Father Greg and I just kind of jack-jawing. So no Cthulhu. It is Mothman. Indeed, I really thought that Cthulhu was going to make an appearance, so all that Cthulhu talk was nonsensical anyway. But it is, in fact, a cooperative or solo version of Unmatched. So the 4 new heroes you're going to get in this set are Nikola Tesla. He's going to power up his effects with electric coils. And then we have Annie Christmas. She's going to be stronger when she's coming from behind. You also have the Golden Bat, the world's first superhero. And Dr. Jill Trent. She's a scientific sleuth who has all sorts of gizmos and gadgets. So these are 4 cool new heroes. I really love Nikola Tesla. That just sounds funny, especially mixing and mashing these heroes with the older sets. You can add these to a regular game of Unmatched and play normally with them, so that's super cool. So like I mentioned earlier, the 2 big villains are Mothman and the Martian Invader, and they're actually going to come with sort of minions that they're going to be able to kind of litter the field with. You're going to have to go up against. And so those new minions are going to be Jersey Devils, Ant Queen, the Blob, Tarantula, Loveland Frog, and Skunk Ape. So that's a lot of fun. So it just really has that vibe and aesthetic of those kind of 1940s, 1950s radio shows. I think it really captures that vibe and feel really well. I love the art that we're seeing early already on the box cover. I think fans of Unmatched are going to have a lot of fun with this. The one piece of bad news is that so far, I don't think the villains are playable. Like, if you want to do a 1v many, I don't think that the game is equipped to allow you to do that. Although people are very excited for that option, so that might come to fruition as the Kickstarter campaign continues to roll, starting on March 23rd. So, party people, do you love Unmatched? Do you play Unmatched? Are you excited for this game? Are you excited about these new heroes? Who's your favorite? Are you going to be backing this thing? How excited are you for this thing? There's a thread on Board Game Geek about what your dream team is going to be coming up against Mothman or the Martian Invader. Just, are you going to do Bruce Lee, Bigfoot, Red Riding Hood, and Alice? What's your dream team going up against these big bads? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this content in this video, please like the video, please share the video, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, party people.
Have an Unmatched day.